Hello everyone, it's Carol with Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo. We're here for another set of tags. I'm hoping to get more than 3 done this week. But if not, we'll be back to do some more. I love the tags. So last week what we got done was our January tag. Let's see if you can see it. Hi Carrie. And then we did February. And we got March done. So today we're going to get started on April. Thanks, Barry. So most of them I went ahead and covered my tags, and this was using the 12 by 12 Time to Flourish paper pad. And in that pad you get a cutout sheet and a pattern paper sheet with patterns on both sides. And I used the one side, and I've actually done both sets of my tags out of the one piece of paper because you can get 2 of them out of each one. Hi Auntie Maggie, you made it. And so let's get going. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the larger pocket. And this is one of the pieces of the cut apart sheet. And we are going to, where's my scoreboard? There it is. Take this and we're going to score the bottom, this part of it, at a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to score each one of the sides at a 1/4 inch. And then on each one we're going to go ahead and cut out the corners, and I like to do it at a little angle so that you don't see the corners cut, just at a slight angle. Sometimes it's easier to see it if we turn over on the back, but these are good. We'll fold it over, and I am inking on mine. You don't have to. And I am using the Vintage Photo. And so we'll just ink up all the edges. The tag base, these are the tags that we have in the store. It's a die cut, but if you want to cut your own out of chipboard, the tags are 5.5 by 10.5. Hi, Linda. So, and then you just angle your corners on them. So they're 5.5 by 10.5. So, and then once we get that done, we're going to just add Carrie, I have it on order. I don't know if they're going to bring it back in or not. If I can't get it from the one supplier, I will ask Graphic 45 to add it into my pre-order, so I will get some more in. Not a lot of it left on the market, and a lot of it are discontinuing the pieces because it is about a year old. Hi, Carol. So I'm using my 1/8 inch score tape on the sides. And then my 1/4 inch on the bottom. Now you can do this. We have the cut apart sheets, and you could possibly get them made from just the cut apart sheets and maybe some solid cardstock. And do it. So we're going to set that aside, and then we're going to make our small pockets for in here. And we're going to take one of the pieces of 6 by 6, and we're going to cut it in half at 3 inches. Let me just make sure that's right. Measure twice, cut once, right? Yep. So we're going to cut this one in half at 3 inches, and then we're going to cut it a half again at 3 inches. So you've got 2 3-inch squares. And then we're going to take and we're going to score each one of these at a 1/4 inch on all 3 sides, just 3 sides. I got to get score tape ordered again. You guys have been flying through it. I just had an order come in last week and it's already gone. So once again on these pockets, I use the 1/8 inch quite often. The 1/4 inch and the 3/8 are probably the one I go through the most. So we're snipping the corners out of each one of these. And then on this one, we're going to go ahead and fold it over. And once again, we're going to ink the edges. Hi, Bunny. Glad you could make it. So, and on these, I'm going to go ahead and snip the top parts back too. So is anyone else making these tags? Hi, BG. Okay. Pardon me. So now on this one, I'm going to take and I'm going to lay my big pocket on. And I'm going to find just the top of it so that I know how far down I want to put my smaller ones. And we're just going to go ahead and add our tape to the sides. Fran, you have a long list of things to make, don't you? It does count, Carol. So someone had asked me if I would do the coffee canvas that I did. Is anybody else interested in doing the coffee canvas? I had a lot of fun with that one. Okay. So we're going to put our pockets on. Uh-oh. Tape failure. Hi, Margaret Ann. I'm happy you could come. So, and I'm just going to eyeball putting these pockets down. I'm going to put the first one in place. And you kind of want to center it. And just kind of look to see, make sure that some of your pocket's going to stick up. I like where that looks like it's going. So I'm just going to press this one down into place. So it looks pretty good. I do a lot of things by eyeball. So then I'm just going to kind of look and make sure that the other one... Can you guys see me okay? And it's more important that you get the tops lined up than if you get the bottoms lined up, because the tops are what's going to show. And I can guarantee that if the tops are lined up, the bottoms are pretty close too. Okay. So now we're going to add the bottom pocket. We have a very beautiful spring day here. In fact, I really wanted to go out and work in the yard this morning, but it wasn't quite that. The top of my head? I've got to put a rinse on it. I'm starting to look gray. So this one, we're going to line it up with the bottom of our tag. I'll try not to put my head in the way, okay? Uh-oh. I went blank. Okay, so just line it up with the bottom and press it in place. Now, I'm going to find a scratch piece of paper to put the 2 post stamps on. And it looks like it's going to be 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. I have some of my tulips and daffodils that are already starting to pop up. So, what did I say? 1 1/4? Yep. And 2 1/4. It is 5 1/2 by 10 1/2, Margaret. We have them cut out in the store. They're an AccuCut die cut. And I'm just going to trim around my stamps. I just picked 2 of them out. And go ahead and ink if you're going to ink. We're just gonna... I don't think I put my pocket up far enough. Doggone it. Oh well. These I'll just have to tuck it in. Isn't it funny how the first thing you do always turns out much better than the second one? I didn't take notes on the first one. So they'll just have to peek out of the pocket on this one. But that's okay. They're just not fitting on that one. Oh, I see what I did. I cut it even further back on there. So when I cut these back, I cut them all the way back to the solid line around the stamp so that they'd fit on there. Thanks, Carol. Never dreamed that when I did them that I would be doing a show with them. So that's why I didn't take notes. Most times I just fly by the seat of my pants. Oh, those fit much better. Okay. And I'm going to pull the pockets up just a little bit because I forgot to put my tag back behind it. I'm not doing so well today. Thought I had all my ducks in a row, but... So you want to slide this in first before you put your tags down. Okay, there we go. So then I cut out from the cut apart sheet the little saying that says spring has come when you can put your foot on the daisies, on 3 daisies. I've never heard that saying before. Has anyone else? Well, that's good to know, Ashley. Thanks. And we're going to pop this one up on chipboard. So I'm just going to take my glue stick, because it's my favorite thing to use from paper to chipboard. Boy, yesterday I was making a project and I went to smooth the paper down onto the chipboard and I sliced my finger something good. In fact, it was so deep that it took it about 3 minutes before it actually started to bleed. I know. And I was going to put a Band-Aid on and wear a Band-Aid today, but I couldn't make my tools work with a Band-Aid on my finger because I always want to hold it out. Okay. Then I just run my craft knife along the edge. This is a Gwen trick. Gwen loves to pop things up on chipboard. Got me out of dishes last night, though. I whined, and the husband said, "Won't that sting if you put it in the dishwater?" I said, "Oh, probably. I didn't think of that." He said, "Oh, I'll wash dishes." Okay. I know. I might have to cut my fingers more often to get out of dishwashing. There's just the two of us, and it takes forever to fill up the dishwasher. So, this one we're just going to put down here. Yeah, he's not going for the Paris thing. He said, "I'm sure we could find a good French restaurant locally." I said, "That wasn't the deal, though. You said that the winner gets to pick the destination to have dinner." Carol, this is the Pioneer glue stick. We have them in the store. It's the only one I use. All right, so now let's make our flowers. These are the fun part. So I'm just going to take my scrap piece of paper, and I'm using the Tim Holtz Tattered Floral punch. And I'm going to punch 3 flowers out. Hi, June. How are you? And we're going to ink the edges. And once again, I'm using the Vintage Photo. And then we're going to take, I use a mouse pad. And we're going to turn the flowers over onto the back sides. And then I'm just going to press on each one of the leaves just a little bit with my Martha Stewart stylus. We have some other tool sets in there. I'm hoping I can still get these before Martha goes out of business. Okay, so once I get those all done, then I'm just going to start going around to where it curls. Then I'm going to flip them back over and just push down in the center. Get the little things out. And voila! Can you see them? Let's see if I can zoom in while I do this. Oh, that's much better. You better get them now, June Marie, because I think they're going to the wayside. I think all of her stuff is. All of the stores are discontinuing her punches, and I can't hardly get any of them from our distributors. There's nothing new coming out on the market from them. Yeah, I'm not a Martha Stewart but I have to admit her punches and some of her tools. Now I have a pair of her scissors, and from the time I got them, I could not get them to cut anything. We still have them, June Marie. Since you have a box going. And I think I still have some of the refill blades too. I don't think so, Barry. She worked with EK Success, and other than their stickos and sticker lines and everything, I haven't seen anything new coming out from them either. Thanks, Ashley. Okay, so we got our 3 flowers made. So I'm going to take some of my Prima wire thread, and I'm going to make some tendrils for it. So, and we also have some DMC memory thread that works just like the Prima thread does, and we have it in different colors as well. I think we're out of the green. Hey, look what I found. I've been looking for this stamp forever, and I just found this little stamp stuck to my memory thread. So I'm just going to stick it back on there so then I'll remember where it is when I go to put it away. So I'm just going to take a skewer and I'm just going to start wrapping the thread around the skewer. And I don't want to wrap it too tight because then I won't be able to get it off. I actually want to put the link up for the tags that I'm using too. I did put everything that I'm using in the category for the tags under my name. Okay, so when you get about 20 or 25 rounds on there, go ahead and cut it off, loosen it up a little bit, and slide it off the skewer. And then you're just going to want to take and clip it about in half. If it'll let me. Okay, so there you've got a little tendril. I'm going to pull the end of this one out so I have something to glue. Okay, so I'm just going to put these on there, and I'm going to take just a little piece of score tape. And it's a little too big. I'm going to kind of put them where I want them, and then I'm just going to put a piece of score tape over top of them to hold them down. That way they're not going to go anywhere, and you don't waste your time trying to glue them, because I've tried to glue those down and they don't stay. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So let's glue our flowers down. I don't want your eyes to twitch. You know what? Hold on. I keep my phone going just in case my mom needs me. Let me check. Hang on. Hello? Hiya. What's up? I'm doing a show. Yeah? Yay! So, yay! Hey, can I call you back in a bit? Okay. Okay. I love you. Bye-bye. Okay, it wasn't my mom, but I had to answer because it was my niece who I thought was with my mom, but she's not. So we're just going to kind of stack the flowers and intertwine the leaves on them. Okay, so we've got the flowers on. And now we're going to put some glass beads in the center of them. And I'm just going to use my glossy accents. Maybe, if they want to work. I don't know why glossy accents can't come up with a way to keep their tips open. So we're just going to pour some in the center. Yeah, my luck, I'll push and the top will come off. Okay. I know, aren't those flowers fun? I am loving the Tim Holtz's punches. So I'm just gonna pour some in there till they stay. And then just dump the rest back out in your hand or on a piece of paper. Or these little beads are dangerous to step on. I came in here the other day and just had my socks on and stepped on one that was on the floor, and it was like stepping on a Lego. Hi, Pug Hugger. So that is just about it for our April one. And then I use the cutout where it just says springtime. A little bit of tape on it. And you can put it here, but I think on this one, since all my pockets ended up to be so snuggled in and everything, there's a lot going on here, I'm going to just go ahead and put my springtime up on my tag up here. I think it just stands out a little bit more. So, there is the finished April tag. Alright, so now on to May. So here's the May tag, all done in purples. And like I said before, I went ahead and covered all of my tags with the papers. Clean off some of this stuff that we're not going to use. Oh, yeah. This is going to be Carol's favorite one. I am sure of it. I made this one for her in mind. Okay. So this one we have a diagonal pocket. And I just kind of, like I say, I eyeball a lot of stuff, so this isn't going to be an exact science. Line the paper up here, if you want exact. And I brought it up to where there's about 2 inches left here, so it's not quite going from corner to corner. Okay? And then what I did was I just took that piece that I flipped off or cut off, and I just flipped it over and glued it to that. First thing we're going to do is ink them all, though. You should all feel loved. Let's go ahead and just glue this one on. And you're just turning it completely over. Lining it up with the edge. And gluing it down. Bye, Margaret Ann. Thanks for coming. Take care. Give your mom our love. So then we're going to do 1/4 of an inch on each one of the sides. And then 1/4 of an inch on the bottom of this one. And once again, we're going to snip off the corners to help make our pockets. And then we're just going to snip off a little bit of this one. And you definitely have to snip off the top. Gosh, Carol, I haven't heard that in a long time. Okay, so there's our pocket for this one. Before I go any further, I'm going to go ahead and put the May on. I don't know that I've ever seen a kookaburra. We still have our hummingbirds. They've stayed all winter, and this is about the 3rd year that they've stayed all year. And boy, go outside, they will dive bomb you if you get near their hummingbird feeder. They don't want you anywhere near it. Barry, it didn't really measure. What it was is that we just took the 6x6 paper and we lined it up to where we cut and left about 4 inches here, and then the whole 6 inches here. You don't have hummingbirds, Carol? How sad. So we're just gonna put our tag on. And then we're gonna add the 1/8 inch score tape to the pocket. We have a family of squirrels that we built a feeder for, and they are absolutely hilarious to watch. We thought we had 3, and the other day I was out there and there were 6 of them. So that's why we're going through our squirrel feed. And once they finish off theirs, then they go for the bird feeders and start getting up into the bird feeders. Okay, so this one isn't down to the end of the edge of the tag. It's up. It's up about 1 inch off the bottom. And it's lined up from side to side. And then put down. And on this one, I had used one of the chipboard pieces. But this one, when I do this one, I thought I would just use one of the cut-apart sheets in case you don't want to buy all the pieces to the chipboard and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to do this one a little bit differently than the original. Hope you don't mind. And we've got our Mother's Day. And I don't know why I cut this one out, Dearest Mother, but we'll use it too. So for the Mother's Day one, we're going to take a piece of the paper and we're just going to kind of layer it on a couple of the different colors. Hi, Mac. And once again, I just kind of eyeball putting it in the corner. And then when I cut it out, this is a little trick I use for when I'm matting my pictures. I try to line my pictures up, and if I can't do it all at the same time, I will kind of put the picture, whatever, up a little ways so that I can do this. But I line whatever it is that I am cutting so that the edge of it just lines up with the plastic piece on my cutter. So I don't see it, but it just lines up even with the edge of that. And then I cut it. And then again, I'll line it up to where it's on the edge of this. Now, I put it a little too close to the bottom for it to work out on this one, but that's okay. I'm just going to go with it. But that way you can get an even mat around your picture that is the same size in each one. So then we're going to go ahead and mat it on the pink. And I'll do this one where I can so then once again I'm just going to line now I'm going to line my purple up with the edge of my trimmer, and not the original one, but just the purple. But that'll give me a pretty good even mat around my whole piece. And then we're going to go ahead and put this one on chipboard too. And this is what I do with all your guys' orders after I've finished them and sent them on their way. I mark them as shipped in the computer, and then I save all the old orders, and I glue them together and use them as glue paper. And then that way when they go in the garbage, they're all glued together, and nobody will be able to see what's on the inside of them. Hi, Kim. How are you? Just going to line it up with the chipboard here. Kim, come here. We have spring today, but it's only for today. Then we go back to the rain. So you got to make it quick. Oh, Heather, your winter's coming pretty soon. I always hate to just throw your orders away because it's got your name and your phone number and all that kind of stuff on it. So I don't like to just throw it away. So if we don't use it like this, then I take it over to my mom's and she shreds it. And then we bring it back home and put it in our compost bin with our grass. Kim, did you sign up for the ATC swap? We've only got until the 16th to get signed up, and then we're going to send out the names. Okay, so Mother's Day is going to go right down here in the corner. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pop this one up on chipboard too. I don't think I'm going to mat it, but I think I'm just going to pop it up on chipboard. I'm glad you like them, Kim. Oh, you're going on the cruise, Kim? Oh, I want pictures. You're going to have so much fun. When is it? No. I just kind of wondered if you got in on it because I wanted to make sure you got put in my group. I'm just teasing, but Margaret Halderson is doing the ATC swap for us this time. And I think we have pretty close to 3 full groups. So if anybody else wants to sign up, are links allowed? Oh, I think they are. Margaret, if you want to go ahead and put your email address in there. Anybody else who wants to sign up for these ATC swap can just email Margaret Helderson. Oh no, Carrie. That's not good. Mac, where are you? Okay, so this one I think we're just going to go ahead and put on here. Okay, and then we're going to make some flowers out of, I think this is the Tim Holtz Daisy punch. Just need to grab a piece of white paper. And we're going to punch out 3 of these. And then I need a couple more punches. Hang on one second. And then I'm not sure which punch this one's called, but it's the other Tim Holtz one. It's just the little one. And we're going to punch out 3 of these for the centers. Okay, and once again we're just going to do a little bit of shaping on our flowers. Just a little bit of ink on the edges. Hi, Gwen. Okay, so the same thing with these flowers. We're going to turn them over. Where'd my big stylus go? Here it is. And we're just going to start pushing on the edges just to kind of ruffle these up. And then turn them over and just indent. And then we're going to take a pink one and kind of do the same thing, not quite as much. Uh-oh, Carol, what did you do today? And then we're just going to glue the pink one inside of the white one. And then we're just going to add a white bead. And there we have our little flowers. Carol, that's not bad. It's like when I did the little mailboxes for the bi-weekly challenge. I had to go, of course, and buy the nuggets to put inside of it. And as I was making them, I thought, well, there's 2 for the project and 2 for me, 2 for the project, 2 for me. I did take them down to the grandkids, though, when we went down for the Super Bowl, so they got to eat the ones that were in the mailboxes. So I didn't eat all of them. They got 8 of them. pearl in the middle of each one of these. I know, those were really a cute little fun thing. Okay, so our flowers are done. Okay. Don't think I have any green paper left, so let me find some green paper. And then we're just going to punch out 3 of these. Ouch. I'm trying not to push on my finger that I cut, so not getting a whole lot of leverage here. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of lay these out. They might be in a little bit different of a position since we put the bigger piece on there. Can you guys all see? Oh, I don't like dark chocolate. And then we're just going to kind of place our flowers in there and see if we like where they land. Oh, it needs to be pulled out a little bit. So what do you think? I think it's good. Give me milk chocolate. Nobody gets hurt. Although I do like, what are those little round ones that, forget what they're called. But those are pretty good. And I'll eat those no matter what color they are. Okay, let's get just right down to it. So if there's only dark chocolate in the house, I'd probably eat that too. If truth be told. Okay. So we got our flowers down. And I'm going to add a couple of butterflies. And these are the Petaloo Color Me Crazy butterflies. And we do have them available in the store. Okay, so there's May. So I think we have time to do June. Oh, I forgot to put Dearest Mother on there. Should we put it on there? We'll just put it up on the tag. There. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over and do June on the back. And this is June. Let me put a few things away. This is June Marie's month. I am certain your birthday's in June, isn't it, June Marie? You're in August, June Marie? I would have thought it would have been June. Okay, so for this one we're going to use the pink straight paper. And it's just basically, we're going to score 1/4 inch. Now these are directional, so you want to make sure when you score that you're putting it down to where the lines are running up and down. Who keeps taking my tools? So we're going to do 1/4 inch off of each end. And 1/2 on the bottom. Oh, I see. Said the blind girl. So once we get that done, we're going to snip off the corners again like we did on all the rest of them. Just makes for a nice pocket. Thank you, Ashley. I love those butterflies. My dad named me. On the 1/4" score tape at the bottom. Kim, you probably need to send me that recipe then. Or is it the one that I put in the newsletter last week? Is that the one you're talking about? Okay, so let's go ahead and ink our edges. If you are, those are great sandwiches. We tested them. And then this one goes all the way down to the bottom. Now, I don't know where I got these, but I have looked high and low for these to bring them into the store, but I couldn't find them. So they're just pearls that are on adhesive. And you could use ribbon or anything, and you just put a little piece across the top and cut them off. This was just something out of my stash that I used. I know I made those, and my hubby likes them because he's got a microwave at work, and he can take it to work and heat them up. Okay, so on the sunshine piece that's in the center, I used foam tape. And I can't find my regular foam tape, which we do have just the rolls of foam tape in the store. Oh, here it is. Never mind, I found it. The Scotch, which is what I prefer to use. And so I just pulled it out to see how much I needed. It's about that much. And then I'm going to cut it in half. And I just lay it on my table. Take my knife and just run it down the side. And I'm going to just put one of those on each side. And then once again, just kind of look and see how much I think I need this way. Cut it off. Stick it down. and just run my craft knife down it. And we're just putting tape on 3 sides. You want to leave the top open because this is actually going to be a pocket too. And just popped up. And then with my leftover piece, I just take and stick it back to the roll. So I have it available. You know, Carrie, I think that's where I got them from, but when I look to go to order them, I can't find them that we can order here in the U.S., so I'm not sure if they discontinued them with the distributor or not. So we're just going to go ahead and put this in the middle. And this one I used a tag on. The original one, I used one of the tags from the tag sheet. So this one I'm actually just going to use one of the cut-aparts. And I'm going to just cut it down some. Probably to about 2.5 inches. I'll look again because I really thought that's where they were from, and I thought that EK Success had some too, but I couldn't find them there either. So we're going to pop this up on chipboard. And I save all of my pieces of chipboard that I make projects out of, and I have chunks left over because that way I can use them for this. I have a whole bin of leftover chipboard. Okay. Thanks, Heather. Did he actually do the shopping, Carrie? I don't think my husband knows what the inside of a grocery store looks like. He hasn't been in one in a long, long time. So in this one, we're just going to line it up, put it down. There we go. And then the Father's Day and the first day I've backed in blue. You are lucky, Heather. What did Ash do? I missed it. Oh, that's funny, Heather. I think all of our hubbies are on that list for one reason or another. We've got to have at least one star thing that they do. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to line this up with the edge of my trimmer. And once again, that's a little too big. So these I am going to go back and trim off. So I don't want them that big. Okay, that's better on that one. I think I'm going to have to use my knife on this one because otherwise it's just going to tear it. Okay, so then we're going to add that to chipboard. We all have ours on. Sometimes they just end up around our ankles, don't they? That's where I wear mine best. Oh, see, Carol, we were thinking alike, only mine slides down even further. It goes all the way to the ankles. gosh. You could share half of those with me. That's too funny. Oh. It'd be like one of those rings around a spaceship. You know how you see those big Saturn rings around the spaceships? That's what Ash would have. Oh, isn't that what it's about, though, Heather? Having fun. Sometimes life gets just way too serious. Okay, I think we got all our pieces made. So we put both the first day of summer and Father's Day on chipboard. And we are going to make our own butterfly for this one, I decided. So I have the big Martha Stewart Country Butterfly punch. And I'm going to punch the first one out of the blue. And then I'm going to find a scrap of my pink. And punch one out of that. And then we're just going to ink the edges of our butterfly. And I'm going to use the solid pink. Oh, I was going to use this polka dotted side. And the solid pink. And then I'm just going to take some of my small foam, cut it in half, and put it in the center of the butterfly. And then just kind of pop up the blue one. Put it on the top, and now we have a dimensional butterfly. We have wings! And I think I'll take just a couple more of those black dots that I had and put them in the center. And now we'll start assembling. And I got these leaves that we have, and we've got a package of bulk leaves in the store. So I'm going to make sure this covers the bottom part of my non-tag. I'm not quite sure the butterfly is going to work there. Right, if I scooch it over some more. What do you think? Bye, Bunny. Teresa, it is a big punch, but it makes the best butterflies. I just love these. Okay, so how does that look? I think that'll work. These flowers are Prima flowers. And we have, I'm sure we have these in the store. They're probably from a different, pack, or, you know, from someplace else. Not quite sure which one. So let me take a picture of this so that I know where I'm going to place it. Okay, so now I can take them off and put them all down. Okay, so we're just going to add, yeah, those are probably it, the Garden Fable ones. In fact, I think a couple of the Prima ones actually have the butterflies in the flower packs as well. So you'd get the actual butterfly like this. But when I was making this, I wanted to use up some of what I had in my stash without taking more out of the store. I'm thinking I'm going to have 2 layers of yep. To give it the dimension I want, I'm going to put 2 layers of the pop dots on here. That way it'll pop up off of the tag like I need it to. And then I'm just putting glue on the back of the leaves. The leaf packs that we have in the store, you get a ton of these leaves in all different sizes in there. And then we're just going to put foam tape on the backs of these. They could be any flower you wanted them to be. Okay, so oh, we've got to add these. Our Father's Day and first day of summer. And put our Father's Day right there. And we have our June tag. Ta-dum! So at this rate, if we only do 3 tags a show, it's going to take me 6 months to do it. I don't have probably enough time to do another tag. But I was thinking, since Ella moved her show from Monday mornings, what if I were to hop in, like, say, Mondays at 10 o'clock my time and do a couple of them till we got done, and then the every other Tuesday after Gwen as well, so we can get them finished. Would anybody be interested in that? Thanks, Kim. I love that butterfly punch. It's probably one of my favorites. I know it's big, but man, it just, you can make the best butterflies out of that. So Monday, 10 o'clock Pacific time. Oh, just 2 more, but that's still a full month, so we could get them finished up next week. We could get it done in a lot less time. Maybe we'll just knock them out next Monday. I'll just start at 10 and go until we finish the rest of them, because I think I can whip through the rest of them, and then that way we can start on a different project, and these won't take 6 months to do. Okay, so, oh, Ash, thanks. Okay. Oh, thanks, Bev. So we will see you next Monday at 10 o'clock Pacific time, and we will continue on with these tags. Thank you guys for watching, and I will make this public this time because I know how to do it, and Ash won't have to save me. But I like it when Ash saves me anyway. And we will see you Monday. Thanks for coming.